Hello, welcome to Beer with Brian. I'm your host, Brian, and today we're going to talk about Clown Shoes Bubble Farm IPA. Now, I don't know if you can tell by looking at the very intricately drawn label, but this is the sort of thing that you could probably, remember when we were kids and cereal boxes? If you looked at the back of your cold cereal box, you would see designs and drawings and mazes and puzzles and all sorts of things. And you could just sit there reading it as you ate breakfast for as long as it took you to make breakfast and even eat breakfast rather, and maybe even longer. That's kind of the effect that this can is having. I'm thinking I could probably stare at this can and all the different things drawn on it. Hopefully that's not the best part of the beer. So we'll see. Okay, so it's already starting to bubble. I haven't hardly touched it at all out of the fridge. My hesitation in saying anything is that since it's called Bubble Farm IPA, and I just saw a company that made a cotton candy IPA that really was meant to taste like cotton candy. I was trying to taste bubble gum. There's no bubble gum. It's really actually, on first taste, it's actually very good. So let's pour and see if there's anything more. So it's pouring pretty nicely. I still have a good third of a can left, so it's not going to fit inside a normal pint glass. It has a head, not a bad one. It's not like some beers where it's just I'm tasting a mix of pine and citrus elements. A little sweetness, malty, not real hoppy. It's hazy. And doesn't have a lot of lacing to it. Let's see what the beer can says. Well, first of all, this is made by Clown Shoes Beer in Boston, Massachusetts, and Windsor, Vermont. They are members of it is a member of the Independent Craft Brewers Association. Our mission: to produce beer without pretension while being free and a little crazy. So this can is 6.5 ABV, and that is the extent of the marketing on this can. I always worry when cans are this well designed, at least when the labels are, because it makes me think, because I've had this experience where this is the beginning and end of the experience inside the can. So far, that's not the case with this beer, and I'm really glad of it. But I'll tell you more about what it's like when I come back in just a few. Hello, and we're back. So during the break, I looked up the beer, and it says that it's made with Simcoe, Azacca, and Idaho 7 hops. Comes in a 4-pack. Also comes in a 6-pack, evidently, and it's part of the Clown Shoes Brewery's 12 Beers of Christmas. No, that's not an adult advent calendar, although some enterprising marketer would certainly make a lot of money if they came up with the beer advent calendar. That would be awesome. Anyway, no, the 12 beers of Christmas are for the 12 days of Christmas, starting December 25th, going through January 6th. And so apparently it's these good folks at Clown Shoes that have come up with this great idea. It retails for about anywhere from just under $10 to just under $14. So it's a decent price spread. It's kind of surprising, but I suppose it depends on taxes and the market and all sorts of different things there. One thing that I discovered rather was why there is not a lot of marketing verbiage on the can. And the reason is that they've saved it for the internet. And it's pretty cute, you know, because it's called Bubble Farm. And Bubble Farm says the intergalactic leave of farmers waits for no man, even with the crop as delicate as bubbles. Elegant crops, of course, and no matter the trouble in harvesting them, it's always worthwhile to see those beauties shine. Light in color with a touch of haze, this American IPA maintains an approachable medium body without sacrificing any of the full aroma and flavor of copious dry hopping additions of Simcoe, Atzaka, and Idaho 7 hops. Has a 44 IBU. When I started drinking this and chewing on it, so there you go. There's some lacing that you're getting. When I started doing this, it was, I got more of the citrus than I had at first. And I think that the citrus along with the sweetness is redolent of a clementine or a mandarin, or maybe even, it's a little tartar than that, so maybe a Tangelo. And so there is every good reason to drink this beer. It's not going to wow you. No one rated it 5 out of 5 stars. Most people were on 3.5, 4 if they were feeling generous, I guess. And I would say the same. This is not something that has knocked my socks off, but it certainly is a very enjoyable beer, and I would recommend it to you. So this has been Beers with Brian, with your host, Brian, talking about Clown Shoes Bubble Farm IPA. I hope to see you next time. But while we're at it, don't forget to hit that little subscribe button over here. Ring the bell so YouTube is forced, yes, forced, to do the right thing and give you notifications about new videos, because we all want to see them. Let's not lie. And then hit that like button, do the share thing, and pretty soon we'll be off to the races. If you want to see me review something, please put it in the comments below and we'll take care of that. But in the meantime, we'll see you next time on Beer with Brian.